Namaste everyone, I am Ranjan. So here I am presenting you about the Pancha Vayu, or we call Pancha means 5, Vayu means like a life force or life energy, or we call Panch Prana. So Pancha means again 5 and Prana means your life energy, that's why here. So in ancient yoga, as per the Hatha Yoga, mostly we believe in practice asana category, different asana related to different kind of vayu, and we have 5 kind of category, different area, but in modern science only they believe the abdominal breathing, diaphragmic breathing, intercostal breathing or clavicular breathing. But as a hatha yogi and ancient yogi, they practice more and more. First of all, I tell you the element about our body. Our body will have 5 composition, we call panch tattva. First we call like a prithvi, second we call like a jala, then we call agani, and then we call like a akasha, and then vayu. So in English we call earth, water, fire, air, and ether, or we call sky. So this the panch vayu related to this tattva. So usually when we say first panch prana or panch vayu, the main actually we call prana, and the other 4 part are the subordinate, are their supporter. Okay, so prana is the main, and prana always residing in your heart center. So the first one, if you go from the down, we call apana energy, or we call apana vayu. In English they call pelvic energy. So standing posture, sitting, because of apana you are able to move your body, because of apana your circulation, the blood circulation happen, and that actually is really important in your practice. Second, and if you talk about the apana energy, their movement is always downward, always they from your perineum area they always go down. But if you use the bandha, or if you use the lock in yoga posture or in asana posture, when you using the mula bandha, mula means root lock, when you lock your anus area, sphincter area, then you can change their path toward the stomach direction. So anytime we can change their path, but when we are free, they are freely moving always the down, the apana. Then come to the samana. Samana area is your stomach area, above the navel and below your ribs area. So all the stomach region governing the area is the samana. We call the belly energy, stomach energy, abdominal energy. So that's the second in our hatha yoga. We have second lock, we call uddiyana bandha, or we call stomach lock, that work with your combination with apana and combination with samana. So samana is for your digestion. Whatever you are eating, whatever your things happen, composition here happen, everything digestion, fluid melted, is all because of the samana. And samana is like a heat energy, we call the heat energy. In Sanskrit, samana means like a balance. This energy also give you balance. So that's why you are able to, if in your body any kind of water or fire level or any level higher, this make you come down. So this always in a churning way, always moving like in a churning, it's just like in a circle way, always moving in the stomach area. But if you use the bandha like a mula bandha or uddiyana bandha, you can change their path toward the heart direction. Then come to the prana. Prana always residing your chest direction, chest area. But prana always move from your head to the heart, and always go up and then come to the down, up and the down. And prana is the main, but other I told you in the beginning, other are subordinate, other are helper. So prana actually giving you the like your life. If your prana is not in your body, you will be die. So prana actually is your life force, and that life force, life for love, compassion, all is related to. So most like when we're doing the position like a standing posture or like an inversion posture, if prana support of other four subordinate, they are in control, you can control your emotion, you can control your love, you can control, you have no more attachment, and prana always flow. Whenever you wanted to flow, they can flow. If you wanted to control your prana, you can control your prana by higher practice. Then come to the number 4, udana. Udana means like we call the throat energy. So that udana path is, we call all the sensory organs, your eyes, ear, your nose, your taste, all related to your sensory organ. And udana path is always higher, always they go upside, always they flow upward, from throat to go to the brain, throat to the brain. But if you lock to the Jalandhar Bandha or chin lock, then we change their path toward the prana side. So remember these 3 bandha, Mula bandha, Uddiyana bandha, Jalandhar bandha, whenever we use the bandha, we can connect them with their main energy, with the prana. So other like apana, samana and udana, we can merge them. So we talk about the last one, the 5, we call Vyana, V-Y-A-N-A, and that Vyana is the reserve energy. He actually governing your body from the whole, from the outer part, outer layer, and that is a reserve energy. If any energy have little bit lower down, that Vyana give you to support that either apana, either samana or either udana. So ancient practice, most practitioner by pranayama, they can control all this area. And during like recent time, especially in Hatha Yoga, when we practicing, if we follow this theory and when we really care, our posture is very steady, very calm, and you won't feel any injury. And then you can feel certain area, your block, certain area is working. But remember, these all are part of your prana. These are not like but they are subordinate, they are helper of prana. Prana is the main energy. That's why in Sanskrit we call Panch Prana or Panch Vayu, because we just give them the different name according to their work. Okay, so hopefully this, like during your practice, when you're thinking about this theory and this purpose, and when you're practicing Mula bandha, think about how is your apana energy, you are reversing them upside. If you're using Uddiyana bandha like a stomach lock, you can feel how you can reversing the samana energy. If you're using the Jalandhar bandha or throat lock, then you can see how you are converting the udana toward the prana. So this all actually blocking. But in yoga, especially in Hatha Yoga, we call Mahabandha or Mahamudra. So if you use Mula bandha, Uddiyana bandha, Jalandhar bandha combined together, then you are working on your prana and other 4 energy totally in your control, like especially rabbit pose, halasana, we call plow pose, and when you can like in kind like sometime in sirsasana also. So this kind of posture always like you are using. So especially in rabbit pose and halasana, you are using the 3 lock. Even in shoulder stand, Sarvangasana, you are using the 3 locks. So means that time only you are working on your prana. So that's why this kind of posture little bit challenging for the beginner. So if beginner, you don't have any idea about the how you are using prana, apana, samana, you try to consult your teacher. Teacher can guide you and teacher can tell you whenever you are performing, focus in that area, how that area allowing you to do that. And it's my suggestion to you, not only care about ab breathing or intercostal breathing. If you really want to reach your position in a very higher level, try to think this way. Think about the Panch Prana, because this is the part of your Hatha Yoga, and this really helping you to understand your body, understand how your breath work in your body, and how breath actually release the tension from the asana. And this Panch Prana theory is really helping you to make you reach higher level in your practice, in your pranayama or in your meditation. So if Panchavayu in your control, you are be calm, you are be relaxed, you are be composed. So thank you for listening my this topic, and hopefully we see you again. And thank you again. Subscribe our space channel and don't forget to press the notification bell. Namaste.